Hello and welcome back to Frequency Intuitive. Hello, you beautiful people. Just come on in. My energy today is just like, I just want to squeeze you guys in a good way through the screen. I'm giving you a virtual hug. That's more like a squeeze, but a nice squeeze. But yeah, I just feel like good energy. I can feel all y'all here. Whoever finds this in the energy space of time and parallel dimensional realities. I'm hyped up for this. We're doing August, your month ahead, which I love. We're doing strongest, most prominent energies. And there's a Lionsgate. There's a whole bunch of astrological things. If you're an astrological, baddie, because I am not, but I like to dabble, but I know nothing but what I'm told or read or, somehow aware of peripherally. But there's some things, I think like Venus is conjunct with Jupiter or something, and Mercury retrogrades over, that I know because I'm a Virgo, and me and Mercury, we've been struggling. And Lionsgate 8-8. So we're encompassing all this good energy. I can feel the good energy. Can you feel the good energy? August is just like, she's juicy. She's full of ripe potential. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to the piles. First, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for subscribing and liking, and commenting. I'm obviously building this channel. I have another ASMR channel. You can find it in the description where I'm monetized on, but the early days are a challenge on any new channel. And so thank you. I literally feel your guys' energy. It lights up my whole world when I see that little notification. It's like, you got a new subscriber, or comment. I'm like it just makes me so it does more than you think. You're putting out that sweet energy towards me, and I am sending it back to you via this reading, and there's that synchronicity, symbiotic, and it's beautiful. Okay, so here we're gonna do something tiny little different with your card selection. I've covered the words. I got that. And if you're new here, what we're doing is I'm basically tuning into the frequency of the people who are gathering here, potentially finding this reading on their feet, and I'm intuitively reading through the cards that we're going to pull. The energy, basically what that means is I'm trusting the images that I'm seeing on my internal screen, the feelings, the insights, the knowings that I'm getting, and I'm communicating them to you. Now, like I always say, you don't need me as an intercediary or any card reader. You can access this information on your own through your own intuitive abilities and whatever you believe in. Everybody is welcome here. Any belief system, any faith. That's why I try not to get too specific about my belief system, because my belief system is very fluid too. So whatever you believe in, God, source, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, spirit animals, fairies, the Fae realm, whatever you believe in. I wish I could say more of the beliefs. I'm ignorant basically about more of them. But whatever your belief system is, everybody is welcome here, and you can apply this to whatever rings true for you. So I'm basically tuning into those energies. I'm communicating them to you because life is lifing, and sometimes it's hard to hear the message clear. It's so much easier to hear from an external source, whether it's a conversation you overhear, a book recommendation someone gives you, a life coach you go to, you know what I mean? A best friend who gives you good advice, or some random person on the internet saying they want to squish you. That's me. Sometimes it's just easier to hear it from an outside person. So let's get into it. But yeah, I intuitively felt like covering the words, because the words hold really deep vibrational intention and meaning, and they can mean something to everybody. So first, I don't want anyone to be swayed by the words. So I'm covering them, but then I'll uncover them so you can choose. And you can kind of see if your first instinct was, if you would have changed your pile based on the word, which you can. So first, look at these birdos. Look at the birdos. I'm a birdo, freak. Essentially, I love I love the birds. I sit on my back deck, and all billions of birds come into my back deck. I love them. Obviously, I live in the country, so that's why that happens. But I like to think that they're just attracted to me. They just have to be around me, and I have to be around them. So birdos came out today. That wasn't planned. I just happened to pull all birds from this deck. And we have crystals here. So first, see if any of the birdies stick out to you. I think this is a sparrow, a crane, I don't know which type, some sort of yellow bird, and a swan. So pile one is this bird, and then I'll show you the word with the jade crystal. Is this in the frame? I notice when I'm editing, I'm like not even holding it properly. And then the word, if you want to know, is delight. That's pile 1. Pile 2, we've got the crane here with the red jasper, I think. I'm also not a crystal baddie. All you crystal baddies, comment down below if I'm wrong. And the word is embracing. I'm literally like hovering, squatting to see if I have this in the frame. My legs are shaking, but that's my workout for the day. Pile 3 is this yellow birdo with the beautiful pink blossoms here. And I think this is a yellow crystal. I can't think. And the word is blessings. What is that? Yellow. Oh, guys, it's like when I'm intuitively reading the cards, like all my like knowledge of the world just escapes me. And pile 4 is the swan. I don't know, this swan makes its way to pile 4 a lot. I don't know what her deal is, but she loves pile 4. And the amethyst, and the word is stillness on this one. So like I said, you can pick by the word, the crystal, the feeling, the bird, whatever you want, whatever you feel. And I will see you in, I'll take your time, pause it if you need to. See you soon. Hello, pile 1 people, party people in the house. If you picked this card, Delight, with this little sparrow, I think it is, and the Jade Tower, I'm going to take a deep breath because I am hyped up on the August energy and I'm about to jump out of this universe. So let's see. Now this is most prominent, strongest energies because a lot could be happening for you in August. So we're going to talk about the strongest things that come out because it's not a one-on-one reading. This is, you know, I pick a card, so I can't get into every little thing, obviously. So take what resonates, leave whatever when it resonates, it flows over you, it washes over you like a beautiful, like it just like meshes with your soul. If it feels like, you know, a splinter in there, I mean, it could be a trigger point, but it's usually like, you know, that's not for you. So let that flow to somebody else who that message is meant for, because you have a little mini group, little tribe here when you guys pick the same pile. So it's just like we're sharing out, you know, Halloween candy, and someone says, I like the Snickers, and I like, you know, give me the freaking Jolly Rancher, and you're sharing out, you know, that pile of candy. You feel me? Weird analogy coming up there. Or it could be a metaphor. If you're new here, you know. You don't know that I don't know. Oh, emotional loss. Okay, so this is 5 of Cups coming out here, emotional loss. So it's catching this card. Doesn't want to, what the? Something invisible doesn't want to go there. What the? Do you see this? I can't put the card there. It's like a okay. Okay. Maybe he doesn't want to go in that position. Emotional loss. I was going to say, typically I put that in the past position. If whatever the first cards is, I kind of read like past to present to future. If that's how I'm feeling them at the moment. But so you could be going through, I definitely feel some sort of emotional loss. I don't feel an emotional loss coming up. I don't feel it in predictive energy. So you would be, see how like the light is starting to brighten around this figure's heart chakra, and see how the light is starting to shine here? I feel like you're coming out of an emotional loss. This could be a death. This could be a transition point, as I like to say, someone physically transitioning to their non-physical self. Because if you believe in the fact that, or in the idea, I should say, that energy cannot be created or destroyed, then, you know, the energy is still there. It's just the physical transitioned over. So it could be that you experienced. It could be the loss of anything, a job, a friendship, a relationship that was important to you, a pet. So if that's you, you're definitely in the right place, because you have emotional loss going into delight, which I feel like you are ready for. Now, this might not have just happened. This might have happened last year, this emotional loss. It could have taken you a year to recover. So I do see something happening at the end of, really strongly in my solar plexus. I felt that like, something happening at the end of last summer for you. So if that's you, you're in the right place. If not, let that message pass for somebody else. Oh, did you see that? No, it just went into the past position. If you're not watching, that was trippy. So I don't know what out of what I said. Oh, I wonder, were you not letting it be in the past? That's so weird. It's like as soon as I said whatever I just said, the card went into that position, like as if you were like, yes, okay, I'm leaving that in my past and I do want to move on to delight. Wow, you guys. That's like, I'm getting emotions. I'm emoting over here. I feel like a little, whoa, I feel like just, I don't know, like just powerful emotions. Okay, so you had material harvest and patience and planning come up. I believe this is the 9 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. Not me just noticing now that the same suits are in the same color. Not that escaping me this entire time. I'm going to put patience and planning here with the, like these 2 pillars. That's a 7 and card 9 with material harvest. So some sort of financial bounty coming in. This could be an unexpected bonus, a promotion, something that you've been putting your work, because the 9 is you've been putting work into that. And even actually look behind him here, there's these like kind of structures with the pillars, and then you have the pillars here again. Do you see that? These pillars back here, there's 8. And then there's the 2 pillars here with patience and planning. So I feel like something that you've been putting your a basket you've been putting your eggs into, you know, or like a seeds you've been planting is about to reap the reward, because that's the 9 of Pentacles. So you've already been doing a lot of this work. This could be a project, or like, for example, I keep saying a house for some reason. Like, are you renovating a house? I see someone like putting work into something and then it being, you know, completed or showing some sort of return finally in. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of real estate energy. Some of you could be brokers or in the real estate market, or flipping houses, renovating a house. As you purchased a house, you're selling a house. I see a strong energy about that in August for someone in this pile. Okay, let's get more information. Yeah, Darren. Whoa! Whoa! Wow! Wowza! Look at this. Like, I can't make this up. You have 3 pentacle cards. You have man holding a coin, which not gender specific, but I will note that there's 3 male, in quotations, because I'm interpreting it that way, figures on the table now. 1, 2, 3, if you're not looking. There's 3, and the male cards are not that common. And then you have door to value. So you now have 3 cards indicating finance or money or material harvest. This one has literal money on it. This one has coins, food, and this guy's holding a coin. I want to put these all together because, like, wow. So that's card 31, 43, and card 9. So I don't know if you were hoping for that or expecting that. I honestly wasn't. When we opened up here with the emotional loss, I thought this was going to go like in a love direction. This is definitely going in a pentacle direction. You could have strong earth energy, or you've been calling a lot of earth energy in, like pentacle wealth. Like I see Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. You might not be those signs, but I just see that energy. Especially with Lionsgate, that just popped into my head, like this 8-8 portal. For some of you, this could be a windfall of some sort that you weren't expecting, or that you were expecting, and it comes through, like I said, like flipping a house, selling a house. Inheritance could be lottery. Let's not rule it out. Some, like, you know, like you get a package at work, you retire, and your pension comes in. Something like this, like I see, but I see it a little bit bigger than that. Like it's man holding a coin. So someone making an offer, material harvest, like the harvest coming in, bounty, and door to value, which I see as like this door opening up. And that doesn't have to be money. It's just that on the card, it's showing money, but it could be whatever you value. And then your main card being delight. I just see your August being one of enjoyment. you're feeling safe, you're feeling secure, you have more in your bank account than you ever anticipated. You maybe have money coming to you, maybe if it's not come through yet, but you're aware that it's coming to you, in a legal situation or something like this. You in August are sitting pretty. That's a phrase I heard. You're sitting pretty in August, just like see the sparrows, just like I'm chilling. Like he's chilling amongst the wild, he or she's chilling amongst the wild flowers. There's something here about a strong male figure. So that could be your energy coming through, because like I said, it's very unusual to have 3 male depicted images. So if that means something to you, then there could be a message here for you. Or you could have a masculine coming in. That could be energy, that could be gender, just depends on what resonates for you. Oh, I guess we're taking this deck because this just came up here. What do we random? My mouth's just like going, like my mouth just took over. I don't even know what was just said, but we're shuffling this deck right now that I wasn't aware my hand selected is what I'm saying. You could be really in the flow in August. Like that happens to me when I'm in a flow state. I don't know if you ever experienced a flow state. Like I will like go turn the laundry and have no recollection of turning the laundry. I'll be like, did I just go and like switch a whole load? Like, because I'm just in a flow state. I see that coming in for you in August because it's almost like your energy's taking over. Like I'm tuned into it so much that I feel what you're going to feel in August, and like, man, it feels good. What do we have here? Yeah, no place like home. I'm not surprised. I said the real estate. I feel that card 50. There's some energy. So I mean, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know. I want to say like, just do a run through your mental. Like, is there anything in your world that you're like, yeah, actually, I was meaning to put up that, property that my, parents left me in their will or something, you know what I mean? Like for sale. Because if there isn't any real estate in your realm, like it's coming through heavily. So I wonder if there's something maybe you haven't thought of yet. Like maybe, or have you been thinking of moving? Like if there's nothing, don't make it fit if it doesn't fit. But there's no place like home. You could be finding that place that just feels like home to you. You could be I see some of you really are like you're searching for your dream home. You're renovating, you're designing something like this. So if that's for you guys in this pile, I see the money being there. Like holy crow, I see the money being there, and I see something strong about this no place like home energy where you feel safe, you feel stable, you feel cozy. And if it doesn't happen in August, it's starting in August, like that path. Observer. I never understand this card 49. I just don't know. I don't get strong energy from it. So let me, some cards just feel like neutral. So let me sit on that until it makes sense. So that I don't want to force it. Ooh, I was going to get this and then I heard getting this. Let's get out the Astro deck. More strongest energies for pile 1, please. What can they expect in August? I think we're going to wrap it up here. I think that message came through like very clearly, but we'll just see what else the final messages come out here for you. Oh, is that just one? I'd like one more. Is it 2? This cardstock's so thick on this deck. No, I already know I'm not going to get another one. I could hear it as... Oh, okay, let me just do this one then. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that noise. Neptune with vision. Okay. Card 26. Interesting. Okay, so you have vision and observer. Now that's making more sense. So vision and observer, both of those are watch. Those are like imagination cards. Both of those are sight, inner seeing. So you're either physically observing something and you're internally observing, or I don't want to say observe, because vision, you're creating something. It could be that you're receiving visions of like dreams, or in your meditation or your journaling, or you're doing a lot of vision boarding about this dream home, about where you want to live, about a more secure environment for you, about leaving a current situation you're in if you're not feeling happy there. This is a very specific message for one person. If you did have an emotional loss, now that, like I said, I've already been through what the things are. I don't want to trigger anybody, but it's possible that you're currently living in an environment, I'm seeing this strongly, that's why I'm saying it, where there's too much memories there, right? This is if you had a breakup or someone transition, It's possible that you're being called to a new, fresh environment that will make you feel re-enlivened, and that will allow you to feel like a fresh start. That's just a very specific message. I just saw that vision in my own mind. So that's possible with this vision card, or for the rest of you, it's this patience and planning, like you're laying foundations, you're doing blueprints, you're designing, you're creating. If you're not at the physical stages of that yet, then you're creating something in your own mind with the vision card, where you're, what type of floor do I want? Like that is such a powerful manifestation practice if you are trying to call in a place like home, somewhere that, your dream home or dream environment, or because it doesn't have to be something you build or buy. This can be somewhere you rent. This can just be a job where you feel, like with a bunch of people that feel like your tribe and you feel like at home. So apply this to however it fits. With the Observer card, I am just getting a little bit of energy like you may be watching something. It could have to do with this man holding a coin. Like you may feel like in a little bit of like wait and see energy. I feel like it's very minor. It's like a 10-15% player here, but for some reason it's coming up. So for example, this could be you're doing a renovation and you find yourself a lot at the job site observing and making and overseeing. That could just be an energy. It's like a 10% energy in your week that's kind of coming in. This could be someone makes an offer, like maybe you're hiring an architect and you're like, let me go and observe, these people's personalities and see if this is someone that I'm going to mesh with, and kind of like wait and see, before I choose. I'm getting like that type of energy, nothing really stronger than that. And then let's get, oh no, I wanted to get that deck. That deck does not want to come over for you. It's no big deal. I have like a bunch of decks. It's just the one I usually go to next, but I'm just feeling not to. There must not be anything in there for the specific, very kind of a specific message actually. Okay, what do you need to release? Okay, I'm not surprised that came out. Yeah, personal issue reaches resolution on the bottom there. Yeah, we're gonna take that. I heard we're gonna take that. Okay, so what do you need to release and a personal issue reaches resolution? I feel like is tied to this emotional loss. So like we just talked about, is this a house you need to move out of, or you're feeling called to, that was tied to like a past situation? Is it a divorce, wrapping up or something like this? So I would just be cognizant of, and that's full moon in Cancer and the waning moon, cognizant of that energy going into August, that there is a lot coming in here. And it's possible that like, remember how the emotional loss card couldn't go into that past position? It's almost like you weren't ready to let it be in the past. So I would just be aware of that, because it's coming up here, that you could have a beautiful, profound, deep release of something that maybe has been burdening you or playing a lot in your mental realm. And I see in August that weight being lifted and you feeling whole again, because you're always whole, but that kind of like inner dialogue, and that I'm sensing a discomfort, an unease, like a mild tension that's kind of been plaguing you. I see that releasing from your experience in August. And it's not like you're going to be forgetting this person or anything like that. I just feel the negative, effects of it lifting and you transcending them and transmuting them, and it becoming, you finding deep inner peace with whatever that situation is. Okay, I'm going to get a final card here for you in this spot. Oh, okay, now we're ready for that angel deck, I'm feeling. That's funny. Timing is everything, right? So that could be a message. Final message for pile 1 with their super incredibly exciting August ahead of them. Anything else? Yeah, I see it. This one. I'm so curious what this is going to say. Night. Oh, wow, this hardly ever comes out. Yeah, okay, look at this. Wow, okay. Okay. I'm going to be a little tears. Okay. So Knight of Ariel. This is someone who is trustworthy, understanding, devoted, funny. There is so much to accomplish. That patience and planning card here. Make a very detailed plan, that patience and planning card here, and then being watched over by someone kind. And there's an angel here. So this could be someone in the non-physical, like I said, if someone transitioned, that's why I was getting teary. And this could have been like a grandfather or a grandmother figure I'm getting for someone. Otherwise, it was a partner. That's like a spouse or a very, very close person in your life, like a very close friend. Okay, now I'm basically describing everything. Anyways, so for whoever that resonates with, that's for you. But for the rest of you, your August, like look at this. She's literally, there's just a treasure chest here with coins, this angel, and it's the harvest here. You see this field. So your August is going to be about harvesting something that you've been probably planting for the last year or so. This is either like a project, a job type of thing that all of a sudden starts to yield results, or this is like a house you've been building that all of a sudden is ready to be moved into, or very shortly, or this is you begin that process, or this is like a long legal battle that all of a sudden, you know, there's a resolution to, and you can start making plans for, you know, using those resources. But this patience and planning, it's basically going to be a time where I see things starting to move forward, and so all of a sudden you're freed up to start making plans, and delighting in them. You're releasing things, you're moving forward, you're like, okay, that happened, and now I'm on this next path. Let me make my plan. Let me plan out my next 3 to 6 months. First this, first that. I'm going to move here, going to stay here, going to unpack here, going to design this. I see that happening in August. A lot of delight, a lot of abundance, a lot of things shifting and moving in the direction that you have been wanting, and a lot of harvest coming in. Wow, really, really cool reading. I love this reading for you guys. Very grounded in the material with a side of this spiritual release and this emotional, you know, situation. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. I would love if you would do me a solid and hit the like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. If you have already, thank you so much. Thank you either way for your beautiful energy being here. I was honored to do this reading for you. If you felt drawn to another pile, then I will see you there shortly. If not, then I will be seeing you in another reading on another day. Bye. Hello, pile 2. You chose this beautiful crane. I think this is. It could be a heron. But I think it's a crane. And the red jasper, and the embracing is the word on this. And let's find out about your month ahead. What is going on for you in August? Strongest, most prominent energies. Embracing. Whoa. Patience coming up, card 14. No, don't be mad. I would get mad. Patience is not my favorite word. Lovely. Woo, didn't see that coming. Don't be mad. I feel like. Okay, let's stop playing, but let's keep playing. Okay, so you have patience and love begins and embracing. I did not anticipate this is the Ace of Cups coming in. For some reason, usually I comment as I pull. I feel to keep pulling your cards. Let's get more of this story. Wow, okay, all of a sudden I can't shuffle. Okay, more for pile 2, please. Healer of the Ages. Okay, so it's like a spiritual card. I always call this the Jesus card. You could observe the Christian faith, possibly, or healing could be on your mind for a relationship or for your physical vessel. Yeah, okay. Blossoming abundance. Nice. And happy family. Okay, there's a lot going on here because look at this with the Ace of Cups. You've this love. This is a different deck, and another rainbow here. I can't even get my words out. Like, what is going on? I'm just like telepathic. Are you psychic, or if you don't resonate with that word, highly intuitive, or you have a card reading channel or something? Because that happens when I start to communicate without speaking. Like, I'll just be like, right? Okay, so, you know, like as if we're talking through our minds. Because I feel like you're getting the energy without me saying it. But what I'm trying to say is you have 2 rainbow cards here. I don't think I've had that in a reading in years. But sometimes my mind is bad for the readings when I'm doing like I don't know why I'm like really all of a sudden drawn to what these people are wearing. Do you see this? I've pulled this card a lot, but I've never noticed, like, they're all wearing white. I feel like that means something to someone. I'm seeing like maybe a vow renewal or a marriage happening here. Wow, okay. I can't quite place this energy. What's going on? Like, you have the Blossoming Abundance card, which I really feel like is tied to this Patience card, because this figure here is planting a seed, you see? And it's a lily growing out of this seed that the person's planted and been waiting for. And then you have Blossoming Abundance with card 3 with all of this wildflowers here. But I don't even feel like you're that concerned with the abundance part, even though abundance is also love. It's abundance of everything. Okay, I gotta say what I'm feeling here. I'm putting these cards all together. This is the first story that I'm hearing. There may be more, so if this doesn't resonate, I would still hang around if you felt drawn to this pile. But the first story I'm seeing is, for some of you, you've been waiting a long time for this love connection to be viable. Like, I'm seeing love beginning, but I don't feel like it's a love that you're not aware of. This could be like an ex or an on again, off again thing, or you could be with this person, but it's just been going through like a really, like, it hasn't felt like there's any love, you know what I mean? And then I see it blossoming in a, oh my gosh, I can't even speak in your pile. What's going on? I almost said blossoming in Ajax. What does that even mean? I see it blossoming in August. But why is there so much chaos here in my mind? I feel like I'm swirling around trying to get you this message. Like, I can't get you this message. Like, someone's, like, it's trying to, like, distract me. Like, it's like, look over here, look over here, look over here, mess up your words. Like, I feel like you've been going through a difficult situation, that there's been separation and strife and conflict, and you haven't been able to be with this person. And finally, I see in August, and you've been patient. You've been patiently waiting. I see it finally popping in August. It's just like, you've been patient, love begins, happy family, blossoming abundance. Like, it's, and then you have this embracing card, and the healer of the ages. I see like a healing, and something is with this card. Like, stay there. The healer of the ages, I feel like there's a healing here. This could be with your physical body, but that could be like for one of you. I'm not getting a lot of that being, I see it heal, the relationship is healing. I see you finally embracing this person. Wow, that's coming through really strong. Like, I see an airport, two people embracing. I see finally you coming back together. There being reconciliation. This, let me tune in if this is brand new, because I'm really getting that this is someone you know, that you've been fighting for or waiting for or hoping for, or you've been working on it with them, like therapy, or you're like, you split up and you get back together, or, you know, like, I'm seeing that. But let me tune in if this could be just someone you don't know and it's a completely new love coming in. Just a second. The reason I don't feel that it's brand new, like new to you, like you don't know this person, is because of the happy family card. I mean, it could be new, but I still feel like you know the person. Like, in other scenarios, you could have just started talking, and you're really intrigued by this person, and you're like, is this going to become something more? That scenario is definitely in here, because I see this building into a happy family, but I don't really see that you're just like single, you don't know who this person is, and all of a sudden this new person comes in. So it's possible that someone from your past comes back if you want that. Like, it's not someone you don't want. It would be someone you want, like a childhood friend or a classmate that you're like, oh my gosh, like, I had such a crush on them, and all of a sudden, because I see it coming in fast. And it already has a foundation. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's already pre-established in some energetic state in your reality, whether it's been put on pause for some reason. I see there being like healing for whatever happened. It's possible the person was struggling with something like addiction or karmic partners, or there's something there that kept them from you. And then I see it being like Okay, now we can embrace 2 different hands here holding the cup. We can begin to move towards our happy family. My patience is being rewarded essentially, and things are blossoming. There's abundance of love. There's abundance of peace. There's abundance of stability. I see this happening in August. Let's get more information. And if there is a bodily condition, I see you finding some sort of resolve with that, with the Healer of the Ages card. You could be very healing. This could be you. You could have that. You could be coming into someone's life, this person we're talking about. This could be someone you're with, by the way. Like, you may be like, I'm with my person, and then something happens like job loss, or they're struggling with something, or just something that kind of like, a little bit of a tower moment, and you bring your healing energy in, and this new love, it kind of stirs up a new love and respect and a bond that maybe your relationship is good and solid now, but it brings it to a deeper level. Like, I see it kind of like re-infusing, because sometimes in life situations happen and then it brings healing where even if you didn't know it was required, and it brings a renewal of the relationship and of the bond because you're there for each other. Like, God forbid, but someone passes, moves, transitions, and like a parent or something, like these things are inevitably, going to happen due to our bodies being crap. No, I'm kidding. But the bodies are great. But, I'm annoyed that we have to eat so much. Anyone else? Like, I just feel like it should have been designed better. Like, we just eat once a week. I have a lot to do. Okay, besides that, but due to the fact that we all inevitably will go back into we don't go anywhere, but we'll return to our non-physical state and shed the body. Say it's an elderly parent and it's coming. I don't see it. Like, what I'm trying to say is, don't get concerned. I'm not saying anyone here. I'm not seeing anything here about people passing. Please do not be concerned about that. I'm just giving you a hypothetical situation. Like, have you ever experienced in your life someone passes and it brings you and your partner closer together because they're there for you. They're your shoulder to cry on. And these deep emotional things create deep emotive states, and then we tend to bond deeper over those. So I am seeing that. So if you are with someone and you're already in a relationship and you're like, everything is fine, it's possible that something happens, like I said, job loss, or maybe a health scare or something, like life stuff, regular life stuff. I don't see anything predictive here. I'm only giving you examples. Whatever is on your own journey could happen. Maybe a pet passes or a baby's born. Okay, I'm trying to think of some good things now because I'm just depressing myself here. Maybe a baby's born. Maybe it's a good, a positive thing. I mean, all things are positive. Wow, I'm really like tongue-tied in your guys' reading. I feel like I'm like a little bit walking on eggshells. I don't know why that is. I feel like I'm going to offend or say the wrong thing. So I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if you feel like that in your current situation. But whatever the life thing is, positive, whether it's perceived as positive or negative, I see it being healing, very healing, to some sort of connection, either new, past, existing, new, or past connection, and it bringing in this kind of like faster moving love energy where it develops faster than it would have without this thing happening. If you had just been on your regular routine. I'm done with the scenarios because I'm seeing some other scenarios now that I'm like, stop with the examples. I feel like basically the plot of every really, emotionally deep movie that you've ever seen. Like there's a challenge. I should have just said a challenge instead of giving specifics. There's a life challenge and it brings you closer together. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. I don't want to freak anybody out. More messages for pile 2, please. Exchanging gifts. I knew this was going to come out. So sometimes when I'm just eating my breakfast or something random, I see one of the cards in my mind's eye. So I saw this one this morning. I was like, ooh, exchanging gifts. Who's going to get exchanging gifts? So I have something to say about this because usually when I see the card, I also get a download of what the message is. So we'll get to that. And then you have orphaned here, which I'm really not surprised because there is some feeling of being left out in the cold or left behind here. Like I said, whether it's someone went through something, was going to go through something, you guys were separated, there's some feeling of, and see how like she's dressed as a bird here and you have this crane? It's like a very similar energy. I'm going to pull it up to the camera so you can see. See, she has like a beak. She's wearing this white and then the crane. So it's almost like someone felt left out in the cold. You could literally have been adopted if that's you, or be adopting. Then there's definitely a message here for you, but that's like a 1%. But there's some feeling of being left out in the cold. And then in August, because I instinctively put that in the past position to the left. I didn't have a card there. I was wondering why, because none of these felt past. These all feel present. And then that came out and I was like, okay, there's my past card. So there's some feeling of being left out in the cold or not feeling accepted or not feeling wanted or loved or something. And then in August, this embracing comes in and you're literally in an embrace, I see, with someone. And then, okay, so the exchanging gifts, when I saw this morning at breakfast, the message was the universe bringing you a gift. Now, it doesn't really work like that. It's not like some, person's up in the sky saying something for you and nothing for you. It's not like that. It's not like a Santa Claus energy, but it's karmic if you believe in karma, or it's energy exchange or law of attraction or whatever you want to call it. I feel like you've been doing the work. I really feel like you've been doing the work, which I mean you've been keeping your mind straight, grounding yourself, getting your stability, focusing on what you need to focus on, releasing what you need to release, reflecting. You've been bringing self-awareness and consciousness into situations. You've been transcending things. You've been sitting in the discomfort. You've been sitting in a lot of discomfort. That's coming out strongly. You've been sitting in this discomfort of this emotionally discomfortable, it's not a word, uncomfortable situation, and you have been alchemizing it. See here with the Jesus energy, with the fire and the light. You've been healing it. You've been healing things like, woof. Oh, my heart chakra just went like some sort of like light activation, like butterfly it's right under my rib cage. I see you, because you don't realize, like this is now becoming like a whole other like higher message. You don't realize the level of a positive effect that the work you've been doing on your own self has added to the collective field. Like I'm getting so emotional about that. Like I can feel how the work that you've been doing and the discomfort that you've been sitting in, and like it's hard to see how much you are alchemizing and you're taking, dense energies and you're why can't I grasp this word in your reading? It's possible that English is not your first language. If that's you, there could be, because I feel like English is not my first language and I'm trying to almost communicate in your language and I don't know what it is, but I don't think English. So thank you for being here and being patient as I speak to you in not your native tongue, But I see French for someone. I'm seeing like other dialects that I don't even know what they are. Okay, there's so much coming in here. I'm just having a hard time organizing it for a second here because I don't want to miss anything. But the alchemy and the transformative nature of the work that you've been doing on yourself, it's healing everything peripheral to you. Relationships, family dynamics, strangers you don't even know, people in the collective around you. Like your aura is extending. Like I see, you see those like TikToks, or I don't know, on TikToks, I don't know why I said that, but maybe you see the TikToks, and it's like aura plus 1,000. Like it's a joke, but I see that with you. Like your aura is extending so much further than it ever was because of the internal work you've been doing. And then I see this coming back to you as a perceived gift or miracle from the universe, like this person returning to you, love returning. But it's not that it's like, oh, we were withholding it and now you're getting it. It's just that energetically you're now aligned with this person. Maybe they've been doing work too. They would have to be aligning. So I see in August there being something that you would perceive as a gift from the universe. It could be monetary, it could whatever is a gift to you. It could be a physical gift, it could be something coming back into your life that you're going to be laying in bed at night thinking like, wow, what a gift. That's what I'm seeing. It could be, like I said, adopting or fostering or something like this. That message has come to a close, so we can move on now. That was really heavy for me there. I feel like we were on like a wild, you know, those rides at the amusement park that go like in circles, like the dishes, like that circle, like the teacups. Oh my word. You could be trying to learn a language or you and this person might not be of the same like descent. I don't know why that's the word I'm getting, because I see like there's some sort of like translation required here. Okay, more messages for okay, the sun. Yeah, really see the sun. See how like this light is permeating out of this Jesus card. Yeah, you can't get better than the sun. Card 18, I feel you just being in, especially with this embracing. See how like the crane, it's kind of like a sunset here. There's a bit of a darkness to this card. I almost didn't pick the card because I was afraid it wouldn't be picked up by the camera, because it's darker. It's in the shadows, and I feel like you've been feeling in the shadows. See this orphan card, you've been dealing with this shadowy energy, but you're not afraid of the dark anymore, and you're coming into the light source. You feel shined upon, you feel blessed, you feel favored, you feel seen, you feel abundant, you feel this blossoming abundance. You feel things are going in your things have turned in your favor in August, but it's not for nothing. It's because you shifted onto a new timeline. You did the things vibrationally that put you on a different frequency, that you're now attracting all similar things to you because of the frequency that you are now on. Let's see if anything else wants to come out for here. Okay, I just heard no. And let's get this deck for you. More. We are closing out your reading now. I can feel it. I have no idea what I've said. I'll have to listen back. It was completely unstructured, so I hope you got your message. Pile 1 was very like A to B to C to D. Yours was like Q and then a D. We're over to Z. Some more letters that I don't recognize in the alphabet, like a different language. That's exactly what happened here. So I hope that made sense to you. Comment below if you're like, I know exactly what this is about. Like maybe you don't speak the same language as your person. Maybe you don't speak English as your first language. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you're a translator or something. Or like I said, you are a card reader or a channeler or a psychic yourself. And that's why your energy is almost pulling me, like, you know what I mean? I'm going into your, and then you're coming over here, and we're both like going around in those teacups. But we got there. I think we got there. I'm taking both of these. Yeah, not surprised. A fiery climax approaches full moon in Aries, so there could be Aries energy here. It doesn't have to be. Oh, wow. Wow. Bring love into the situation with new moon in Aquarius. Okay, so there could be Aquarius energy here. You guys could be getting Aries and Aquarius. You don't have to be, because there's lots of other signs here, and that only matters if it resonates for you. But with the healer of the ages and the embracing and the love begins, and then bring love into the situation, it's definitely possible that there's something here that love would heal it. Like if you know what I'm talking about and you've been feeling, this is a message for someone specific, and you've been feeling like, should I reach out to them and say, I really would. Do not leave things left unsaid, is my opinion. Wait until you feel called. But if you're thinking that, should I reach out? Then I would. Just check yourself. Is it coming from anxiety? Is it coming from any sort of like, I want a response or anything like that? If it's not, and you're just like, no, I really just want to bring love in. I want to try and uplift the frequency. I just want to see how they're doing. You can't know, even if they don't reply, you can't know what that would mean to them. And this doesn't have to be a romantic necessarily situation. This could be like family member or friend too. Like if someone's going through something, you know what I'm saying? I'm just getting an energy there where I feel like you are so healing, and I feel like you've had to have a lot of boundaries up in order to not be taken advantage of and manipulated and used essentially. But I feel like you're really strong and rooted in who you are now. And I feel like you could like kind of drop a little bit into someone's cup, maybe who needs it. If you feel called to do that, is one message coming up there. And then the fiery climax approaches, with this sun. Like I said, I saw two people running across an airport or embracing. There's something that has been not moving forward that is now moving forward that has to do with romance. That's just what I'm seeing here. I don't know how else to split it. Let's get a final message here. Yeah, there's just like this heat, like there's a sea with the fiery climax approaches, and then the healer card has the yellow light, and then the sun with the yellow light. There's some energy trying to burst forward into your timeline, essentially, that's like just about to like, so apply that to whatever you know that might be. Okay, I guess this one's coming out. King of Ariel. Interesting. Successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Yeah, with this abundance here. Using resources wisely. So there could be a king. It's not gender specific, but you could be a king that you're calling in. I don't remember. I'm just saying Aries again because it's King of Ariel. That's not how the cards mean it, but like that's not what they mean, but I'm just seeing that Ariel, Aries. So it could be a King of Wands. Why am I saying King of Wands? King of Wands. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not usually this like all over the place. I just can't explain it. Oh, Mercury's in my Gatorade. That's what I like to say. Okay. There could be a king here. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a male, just an energy, someone who's stable, accomplished, powerful, successful. That could be who we're talking about here, or this could be relating to this sun energy and the blossoming abundance where your plans are working out. A lot of professional and financial success kind of as like a side note, because there's a lot of like love situation going on here, but there also is this blossoming abundance and the sun, which is basically covers all aspects of your life, that those rays reach all aspects of your life. So if you were asking about that, this could be about bringing love into a situation that has to do with your finances or your professional life also, like healing some sort of situation at work, a partnership or coworkers or something like this. But I am going to close out your reading there. A lot came through. Like I said, I don't know what it was, but I hope it resonated. If it did, if that wasn't a bunch of gibberish and you got your message, I would appreciate a like or a subscribe or a comment. Let me know. If you want, share your perspective, share your situation. I love hearing from you guys. If not, no worries at all. Just thank you for being here with your beautiful energy and letting me read for you today. If you did feel drawn to another pile, then I will see you there shortly. If not, I will see you in another reading on another day. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You have the yellow crystal, which I'm still trying to figure out what this is. I don't know why that is escaping me. Is Cornelian? No. I don't know. Guys, please, somebody help me. I mean, I could look it up, but it's more fun when you guys just know and educate me. You have the blessings card and this yellow. It just looks like, I just keep hearing like lemon zest. I just want to bite it. It looks so like yummy, that shade of yellow. What is going on in your month ahead? I'm doing this in August 2025, but you could find this whenever, timelessly, that you need the information and apply it to that month ahead. We have the Lionsgate portal this month. Woo! Triumph coming out for you. Chariot, card 7. Not mad at that. Wow, I don't know why I yelled that. Sorry about that. I'll turn that down when I when I edit this. That was so extreme. Okay, another card coming out for you here. Foundations and Achievements. Okay, wow. This just came out in a different pile. I won't say which one, but if you're from that pile, then you know. This just came out in a different deck, 4 of Wands. This also called the Happy Family card in a different deck. Little house action here, little happy family action here, and Triumph and Blessings. Wow. Okay. Powerful energy coming out here for you for August if you picked this pile. Let's see what else the cards want to say about that. Yeah, are you at, I wanted to say, are you at war about something, but I don't see that you would ever be consciously at war with somebody. But I see maybe there's a situation going on. It could be a legal situation. It could be like you're having a dispute with someone. I see you standing your ground on it. Like this could be something like you took your car in, and they tried to give you like some outrageous bill that you never agreed to. You know what I mean? And you're just like standing your ground and you triumph over that. You know what? It's something like that, or like something at work where you're like, no, I really know that this is right and I'm not budging on this, and you win. And like you have this energy of like, yes, you get the result that you were looking for. That's what I see. Also coming out here, card 30, the garden and the gate. Card 13, financial constraints, that I really was just about to put that in your past energy. So we'll keep it there. This hardly ever comes out. But yeah, look at this. Like a few little coins. Mother Hubbard's cupboard is bare. So if you've been feeling like that, ooh, your August, look how far in the past. It's way over to the left. Your August coming out with blessings, triumph, foundation and achievements, rebuilding, reestablishing, things coming to you. The garden and the gate, card 30 coming out. This card, I always get this energy of just like, I feel like maybe you have been a little feeling unsure about going out and about. This could be like leaving home. This could be leaving a job, leaving a relationship. It's that energy of like, I'm kind of happy here, but I also want to explore what's beyond this gate. This figure is very unsure about going out into this greener pastures, basically. So let's find out what that's all about for August for you. Like really fast moving energy coming in here to like your situation changing like that on a dime. I'm seeing fork in the road. Okay, yeah. So fork in the road with garden and the gate. It's possible you have an important life decision to make. Like I said, do I leave this job? Should I leave this relationship? Should I leave this house? It will be something that you already know. This is not predictive energy I'm feeling. It's not like something's going to come up that you're like, oh my gosh. It's like this energy would have been building into August. And it's possible that something happens that kind of makes the decision more clear or obvious. It's possible that you call in some action, courage, strength energy to explore beyond this garden and the gate, beyond the gate. It's possible that you haven't been able to do what you want to do. For example, move out, leave jobs because of financial constraints. And I see that changing in August. Like I said, changing on a dime. All of a sudden the money comes in. All of a sudden the job opportunity comes in. All of a sudden the house you were waiting for is available. All of a sudden, like for example, like when I was growing up, I wanted to move out, and then my parents, and I just wasn't sure when and if I had the money, and then my parents one day were like, oh, we bought a condo, like we're downsizing. So it's like, and I was like, oh, that's my opportunity. You know what I mean? Because now I don't feel guilty about leaving. They don't feel guilty about me leaving. It works for everybody. And the timing was just there. And I was able to, I think my dad helped me with the down payment maybe. Like they made an offer because they felt bad that like, they're selling my childhood home, and I was able to get help moving out. I see something like that. But yeah, okay, so buy the book, card 11. Yeah, I feel your energy here with this garden and the gate. There's some apprehension. There's some feeling of like, dare I take a risk on this? Dare I push past what is expected, is the norm, is my normal kind of boundaries that I give for myself, and serendipity. So a lot of energy coming in that's going to feel miraculous, that's going to feel like blessings, that's going to feel unexpected, that's going to feel like the universe conspiring in your favor. I see that coming in here for you. Let's get some astrology cards. Woo! Oh, swift energy here. Card 42. Yeah, look at this. 4th house home. That's what we were saying. Foundation and achievements with the house here. So this has something to do with your home life or your feeling of stability. That I don't think I've ever got this card in this deck. Pluto with rebirth, nice, and your 12th house with introspection. So you have your 4th house and your 12th house. I think what's going on with Chiron right now? Is Chiron retrograding? Yeah, Chiron's retrograding. I mean, for someone who doesn't know anything about astrology, I randomly know things, but Chiron, I think it's still retrograding. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because you may want to look into in August what your Chiron is in, if you know your birth chart. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. You can just laugh at me if I'm just completely like hashing this up. But I do know that's possible. Your 4th house and your 12th house, because they're coming up, could be relevant. Like if that's where Chiron is in, your 12th or 4th house, there could be themes coming up in August for you that are related to that. Introspection. I feel you, yeah, like this rebirth energy with the triumph, with the garden and the gate. I'm getting like there's a fork in the road kind of moment. I'm gonna put this here, but I don't see, like I said, it's been coming up for you. It's something that you've like. Keeps going back to like moving our home, which also came up in pile 1. I'm just telling you, if you felt drawn to that, I don't know what like phase. This is like a spectrum. This could be like a different area of that topic, but I keep re-getting the image of like a young adult. I'm not saying this is you, it's just the feeling of a young adult unsure when to move out of their parents' home and if they can manage that with this garden and the gate card and the by the book. A, can they manage it financially? B, are they ready for the responsibility? Are they ready to be on their own? Like with the fears that come with that, the anxiety. So I feel that energy here, but apply that to the thing that you're asking about, or the thing that's the theme that's running in your life. So that could be leaving a job, like I said. Is it time? Getting another offer here with the fork in the road. Is this what I've been waiting for? Am I ready to go out in this? Like maybe you're doing something very, specific that you've been doing your whole life, and then just some left field offer comes out where you're like, oh my gosh, like, dare I? Like, could I do that? Like, all of a sudden you want to be in content creating and you're just like, oh my gosh, that's so out of my wheelhouse, like, but I feel drawn to it. Like, that's this garden in the gate, like looking out at a different field, a different pasture, being like, am I trapped here because of financial constraints? Like, what about my salary, what about me doing it by the book, like everyone who went before me? See how these elephants are connected. What about people's expectations of me? There's a lot of that energy here with the rebirth coming out, kind of saying August might be a pivotal moment in this year or in your life path, where you really introspect. Is that a word? Introspection, where you really start to consider internally, am I on the right path? And is this time for a change? And I think there's going to be some key signs coming in with the synchronicity, the blessings, the triumph, that are going to help identify what is the path for you and identify the timing of moving forward on that path, like moving out, leaving a job, changing careers, changing relationships. I don't say a lot about love here, but it could be with the happy family card. It could be something like that, moving your family, moving to a next stage in your relationship. Like, for example, maybe you've been wanting to get engaged and you're just like, there's financial constraints. And then all of a sudden in August, something kind of like opens up and you're like, you get that like triumph feeling, like, yes, like it's moving forward. This is what I've been wanting, something like, it could be something like that. So apply it to whatever, like I said, is going on in your specific world. I see a lot of scenarios layered here. I see like relationship, work, home life, general, life path. If you're like leaving school or something like this, or retiring, like I see there being some sort of kind of like large life shift where you start to establish a wanted one that's a blessing, one that takes you out of mediocrity and kind of like routine and puts you into like this really fresh energy where you start to reestablish a new foundation, and a new path, something that feels very aligned with you, with this 4-leaf clover card, something that you feel like successful at, something that feels home. And all of this with this rebirth card. I actually want to put this in the middle with the fork in the road. One moment, please, while we re-sort the cards. And, okay, let's get a Moonology card here. More information for pile 3, please. on their August, their month ahead. I just heard Lionsgate, so it's possible that something could be happening on the 8th, which I think is Friday. I'm filming this on Wednesday, but it'll be posted for Thursday, so it would be tomorrow when you're watching it. Conclusions are within reach. Nice. Okay. Full moon eclipse. Yeah, with the triumph, you have achievements, and now you have conclusions are within reach. I think there's eclipses coming up too. So it could be around this August, September that whatever this thing is on your mind breaks free. But it's possible you're going to need to make some sort of shift or decision. I don't really see it happening spontaneously on its own. I see some synchronistic events happening that allow you to feel the wind behind your back to make the decision that you've been kind of like internally reviewing. That's going to bring this rebirth energy. There's one more card I have to get on here that I want to fit. Okay, let's get a final message for you here. Possibly one or two might come out, I'm sensing. For pile 3, please, any more information, strongest, most prominent energies for their month ahead in August. I just heard again, 8-8. I don't know what's up with that. Something could happen on the 8th for you. 9 of Gabriel, yeah, look at this. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility, and also environmental activism coming up there. This is a farmer. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Let's get you one more from here. Yeah, I just feel like you guys are working at something. Like there's just something very specific on your mind, and that's about that. Oh, look at this. 10 of another rainbow. Yeah, another rainbow. It's the same as pile 2 had 2 rainbows. Love and blessings. Love and blessings. Oh, I love that. Give the blessings card. Love and blessings. Fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. Happily ever after. This is like the 10 of Cups card. Yeah, I'm going to put that with that rainbow. 10 of Raphael. So there's something coming, like this triumph, this achievement. It's coming to its fruition. Stay determined, move forward. Conclusions are within reach. Something's going to be happening. I'm not getting any information specifically about what it is. Like I said, it's layered here with family, love situation, like some sort of relationship situation. Then there's like a work situation. Then there's like a home moving dynamic. Let me just do a scan here if there's anything I missed. It's just the energy I'm getting is really rebirth. Rebirth resulting in... It's like you're like... I don't want to say this because it's been so overdone, but I see you as a flower blooming, and unfortunately, that's the only analogy I can come up with right now. But it's like a bud has been like tight, you know what I mean? And it hasn't been giving like the full effect. Something in your life, and then in August it blooms, and all of a sudden it's like the blessing is there, the abundance is there, the miracle is there, the feeling of rainbow, like of love and blessing shower, and the conclusion is there, the achievement is there, the success is there. There's something there that kind of births forward. In you could be giving birth if you're pregnant. You would know, like if your due date is in August, there's something that the shackles fall off of this financial constraints and this restriction, and it births forward with this triumph card and the 10 of Raphael. Love and blessings fill your life. Like it's just like blessings in August. So I'm going to close that off there. I hope that you got your message. If it did resonate, I would love if you subscribed. If you haven't already, left a like, left a comment, share your story. I love hearing from you guys. That would be a blessing for me, and I would appreciate that. If not, thank you so much. I'm honored to read for your beautiful energy here. Either way, if you did feel drawn to another pile, I will see you there shortly. If not, I will see you in another reading on another day. Bye. Hello, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Amethyst and the Stillness card with the Swan. And let's see what's going on in your month ahead. August 2025 when I'm doing this, but whenever you get it. Balance, card 11 coming out right away. And card 14, Patience. Okay, why I'm laughing is because when this came out, I guess you're also getting this card that randomly just fell off. When this card came out, I thought it was Patience. So I almost said card 11, Patience, and then I said card 11, Balance, and then Patience came out. And then, I have almost never got this card. Wait, is this Victory and Success? Wow. That's just crazy. It just looks so unusual because I feel like I've never got it. I guess this is a what is this? 6 of Wands? Wow, that feels weird. When you have... Okay, this feels weird. It's 2 cards that I'm very familiar with, and then a card came out from the same deck that I feel like is a stranger to me. So it's possible that a situation you're dealing with, there's something going to be very new that you don't feel like you've ever either seen this situation before or this person, or it's some new aspect coming out that you didn't even know was there. I feel that energy of whoa, what? Oh, I didn't know you did that, or I never met you before, or I don't know. Let's get more. But with Balance, Stillness, and Patience, y'all have been sitting waiting on something to pop, or I really feel like there's a situation that you're anything gonna happen here? You're I feel like you've the thinking woman, what's the word? Resigned to the situation. You understand what it is, you've come to peace with it, you've accepted it. I don't get any tension in this energy. I feel like you really are truly embodying balance, patience, and stillness. You're the queen of that. And then this thinking woman came out, which makes me think of Queen of Swords. So you could be an air sign, or you could just have a strong mental grasp on your world where you can really transcend and transmute energies and challenges that come into your life. I feel like you're very introspective. You probably have a strong meditation practice, journaling practice, self-reflective practice. I feel like the swan energy from you, this swan and this figure are giving the same face. They're giving the same vibe of can't push me off my stability. I am gliding through life. I know myself. Thinking woman, Queen of Swords, that's not gender specific, but that's truth energy. That's you know yourself, you know where you're heading, you know what's right for you, you see through the BS, you cut through the lies if anyone tries to mask or project onto you. Rest and rejuvenation. Yeah, guys, your energy is so freaking chill in August. But then you have victory and success. Don't forget about that, because that's not that chill. But I don't feel like you're getting this result with action. I feel this is very yin energy. This is very divine feminine. It has nothing to do with gender again. But divine feminine energy here, balance, stillness, patience, rest and rejuvenation. It's just very centered. It's so grounded, and you're so grounded, I see, in August. If you've not been feeling like that, then this is coming in. If you've been feeling anxious, I see someone being I don't feel like this at all. If you have been feeling anxious, I see you, look at these 2 figures. They're so centered. They're so grounded. They're so serene. They're so divinely connected. They're just flowing with they're in their flow. So if you're either feeling like this, or you've not been feeling like this, and this is coming in for you. And I see this divine alignment, because that'll align the crap out of you. That type of flow, you cannot be non-aligned. Your frequency would be so thinking high and flowy. You would be yinging and yanging and ebbing and flowing with the flow of life. You would just be in such a energy of surrender and acceptance, and you would be so in the flow that it's not possible that you wouldn't have victory and success in that type of alignment with the universe. That type of like neutral acceptance and just flow is the only word I can think of for it right now. So if you're not there, then you're getting there in August. This could be a like call to that. Interesting. These two came out in pile 3. What else? Never ending story. Okay. Yeah, so here's where I see the anxiety coming in. So this never ending story, I've been waiting for a card to put in your past position here. Sometimes I feel like the hole there. So something is coming to an end that's bringing you anxiety. Like I said, I feel that if you were in that energy, or you're currently in that energy and you're overthinking something and something's stressing you out, something's repeating. I see you moving through. Look at all the like blue here. It's just serene. Fork in the Road and By the Book came out in pile 3, like they just came out, and I've cleared the decks. So let's take them one at a time. Fork in the Road, I see there's a possibility that you have a decision to make in August, or a change in plans, or a change in direction, where something comes up that you're like, okay, didn't see that coming, but let's roll with the punches, you know, like, and maybe it's not even a punch, maybe it's a blessing like that. Either way, it's going to be a blessing. But what I'm trying to say is maybe it's something you just didn't see coming, or maybe you did see it coming, and it's a choice that you have to make. A path, a change on your path here. Which way will you go? And in August, and By the Book, I'm not getting anything for this, but it's another 11. So what I didn't say at the beginning with that 11 is that this could be a twin flame situation, if that resonates for you, or 11 could just be a number for you. Like 11 is a sign for me of one of my guides. But it's also highly recognized as the twin flame number. And so I didn't say it. I just didn't feel it was strong. I didn't feel the energy strong enough to say it. And then you got another 11. So now I'm saying it. Now, I read this differently in pile 3, but By the Book I'm getting here is, I'm getting it with this balance card. I'm getting that there's some things that in August you're going to want to just attend to and keep stable and not rock the boat and do it as expected. You know, I'm not saying like conform to anyone's standards. I just see there being a situation where you're like, let me just keep the peace on this and keep a stable footing and just do what I need to do. That I'm seeing that for you with By the Book. But then with the Never Ending Story and the Fork in the Road, I do see something coming up that results in this victory and success as a result of this like deep meditative aligned frequency you've been finding, or are going to be finding in August. Yee. Leo with Shine. Card 5 coming up here. So there could be a Leo involved, or this could be Leo energy. With victory and success is very Leo. Like, dun, da, 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 I'm here. I did it. It's been done. Leave it to me. I got this. It's occurring. It's, let's see if anything else wants to come out of here. See if anything else. That one does. Yeah, ninth house with exploration. You could be traveling. You could be exploring something, a new relationship, and like with the Fork in the Road, a new path coming up here. I'm going to put these two together. It's just strange because the energy is very polarizing. There's one strong energy here with like these 4 to 5 cards that are very internally stable and grounded and still and waiting and patient and resting and balancing. And then there's this fiery energy that's coming in with the victory and success. He's got a trumpet. Like, look at his position on this cliff, calling something forward. The Leo was roaring. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's very polarizing energy. So it's possible that there could be Gemini energy here. It's possible that or like I said, twin energy. It's possible that if you are in a twin flame situation, both of you are experiencing completely different worlds. So one of you could be really having a lot of action, achievement, success, and one of you could be holding a frequency of stillness and space and peace and centeredness. That's one situation. It's possible that you're holding both of these energies within you, within yourself, and you're going to be, like I said, deeply meditative, feeling deep peace about something, and then that frequency alignment brings forward, allows some timeline shift to occur, that this fork in the road presents itself to you, and you're able to shift out of a never-ending story into some sort of triumphant outcome. Let's get this deck here. More information for pile 4, please. And you find yourself exploring this new path that the fork in the road energy presented. Ooh. Oh, okay. This very rarely comes out. A new romantic cycle begins. Okay. So if you were hoping for that, and if that's what you're asking about, which I kind of am getting here, I don't get a lot of work energy here. I'm getting this is like more spiritual, general life stuff, / relationship, like I said, with the twin thing. So that's coming up here with New Moon and Libra. Libra could be involved, doesn't have to be. But the balance again, the scales, Libra and energy. I see something balancing out and bringing in, either with the person you're with, if you're in a happy relationship, or if you're single, then with this kind of twin energy that I'm seeing here. It could be possible, like I said, that you're just very different people, but you balance each other out. Final messages here for pile 4. Maybe I'll get one more card. Oh, this came out in another pile too. The Knight of Ariel, trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. There's so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. I do want to get one more card from that, since we have an empty space here. So there could be a knight type of energy coming in, or just like that could be a person, or an energy that you're in where you've got all of a sudden, a lot to tend to when this exploration kind of fork on the road energy pops in, and you find yourself making plans. Oh, I'm going on a trip. I've got to pack. I've got to get my passport in order. I've got to, like, I see that, and then make a very detailed plan with the thinking woman. It's possible that when you move out of this stillness energy, you're going to want to sit down and take a look at exactly how to accomplish this. That's going to bring about the best result. Whoa. I have not got this card. This happened in pile... No, this happened in your pile. That was you. That's twice now. Guys, your energy pulls from me. Like, your energy pulls out newness. Freshness. I have never got this card. Like, I don't like saying that because I feel like that's just impossible. So I feel like I must be just forgetting. But like, decision? I've never got this card. I didn't know this was in the deck. Card 15. Decision. With a fork in the road. Just because, when I have a photographic memory. I have never seen this. She's holding a bird's cage, of course, with our bird reading, letting out all these birds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 birds. This is like 7 of Cups. Release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox. I mean, guys, have I got this? Now that I'm the detox, but that's in a different card. Unnecessary worry based on lack of self-confidence. A need to detox. Release yourself from that which holds you back. Decision. Crazy with the fork in the road. I'm going to put that with that. Especially with the by the book, there. Oh no, I wanted to leave those together. Fork in the road with decision and exploration. There's something. There's like a lot of 5s and 4s here too, by the way, and 6s. It's like 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. I mean, when I say sixes, in case you're not seeing all the sixes, it's because like the 1 plus the 5, the 1 plus the 4 reduces to a 5. And then this 1 plus 3 reduces to a 4. So it's like wherever I look, I'm seeing it like 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. Oh, another 11 here with 47. Oh, you have two 47s. Wow, I hope you were reading along with me and saw that. I just saw the 7 reduces to 11. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just counted on my hand. You have two 47s. So you now have 4 11s. Okay? You have 4 11s. A 4. A 6. A 6. A 5. A 5. Like there's just so much mirroring energy here. And then the other 4s are in the 47s. So it's like 4, 4, 4. Okay. I didn't expect all that. But I'm still taken aback by the 2 cards coming out that I've never pulled, which is meaningful. It means your energy pulled something new out of your reality. So if you're feeling stuck on something, like if you feel like you're trying to call forward something that's just like wild sauce, like out of the realm of possibility, you just pulled 2 cards out of the 2 different decks that I have never physically pulled before. And I've had these decks for decades. So you will be able to, the same energy that you're getting with this alignment, you will be able to pull that from the ether and pull out an outcome, pull out victory and success, pull out Leo success, where you may not think it's possible. But you are going to have a fork in the road moment here where you're going to need to make a decision and release something that's holding you back in order to allow the new to come in. That's also here. So just something to be aware of for August. If you know what that is, then you could start planning now. Like it says, make a very detailed plan. Okay, guys, I feel your energy just closing out. It's super powerful, and I just felt like a book shut like that. So I can't push it any further, or I would be inauthentic in the information that I'm giving you. But thank you so much for being here. I hope that this resonated. If it did, I would love if you felt called to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you if you have. Comment. I love hearing your story, sharing your experience. If not, no worries at all. Thank you for being here either way and letting me read for your beautiful energy. I'm very honored to be chosen as your reader today. And if you are going to another pile, I think I mentioned a few that had similar cards, and I will see you there shortly. If not, I will see you in another reading on another day. Bye, and enjoy your August.